Hello everyone and welcome back once again to the online lectures of design of pre-stressed concrete structures. So in the last session we had discussed about the stress concept method for the analysis of pre-stressed concrete sections, and we have solved the many types of problems to calculate the stresses in the pre-stressed concrete section. So in today's session, let's move on to the next method, that is called as strength concept. Okay, so I'll just brief out about the method. What is strength concept? So strength is nothing but what? When any member, a beam, suppose a beam subjected to an external load, when a beam subjected to external load, it will go undergo, the beam will go under bending. Okay, so beam will bend. So when the beam will bend, it will develop the forces, that is the compressive force and even the tensile force. The beam will develop the internal resistance, that is called as compression and tension. So the top fibers will be under compression and the bottom fibers will be under tension. Okay, and these fibers will act over each other. These fibers will act over, if suppose the compression is acting like this and the tension is acting like this with some distance. So these two forces will form a couple. Means compression will act about tension, or the tension will act about compression with some distance, let's call it as A. And what will happen, these two will develop the internal resistance. The concrete or a section will develop the internal resistance with respect to the compression will be taken care by concrete and the tension will be taken care by steel, and that these two forces will develop the internal resistance and they will form a couple with respect to a distance A. Means C will act about T, whether C will act about T or T will act about C with respect to distance A, and they will form a internal resisting movement. Okay, and these two develop a strength. So internal resistance means that you will develop a strength and they will resist the external forces, or they will develop the stresses that we are going to refer. So for example, here we have means the C, which is nothing but the compression force, and the T or P. So here T is nothing but the pre-stressing force in the tendon. Okay, so I have written here T or P, both are same. You can see here I have written T or P, both are nothing but same. So T is nothing but the tensile force, which is nothing but the pre-stressing force applied in the cable to pull out the cable. To pull out the cable, the pre-stressing force applied in the cable, that is nothing but tension in the cable. Okay, and these two forces will act at a distance of A. At a distance of A. So here, and again with respect to the centroid, if I bifurcate here, from the center the C will act at distance of E dash and T or P will act at distance of E. Are you getting my point? E dash and E. What is E dash? It's a distance from center of the section to the compressive force. And what is E? It's a distance from the center of the section to the center of pre-stress, that is P or T. So that is E. Okay. So here by static, if I say by static, here C is equal to P. C should be equal to P by static. Total compression should be equal to total tension, nothing but P. Tension or pre-stressing, both are same. Total C should be equal to total P. So again by bending moment, M is equal to C into A or P into A. So I can say M is equal to, M is bending moment, C into A means compression about tension, that is C into A, or tension about compression, taking moment of compression force about tension, that is C into A, or taking moment of tension force about compression, that is P into A, T into A or P into A. So therefore I can write A is equal to M by C or M by P. A is equal to M by C or M by P. So therefore the eccentricity, I can write the eccentricity of C from centroid eccentricity of C from centroid is nothing but E dash is nothing but A minus E. So what is E dash? So here what is E dash? A minus E. Understood? Okay. So therefore I can write the combined stress. So therefore the combined stress due to direct and bending, combined stress due to direct and bending is given by F is equal to C by A plus or minus C E dash upon Y. So because of direct we have C by A, and because of bending again C into E dash upon Y. C into E dash upon I. C into E dash upon I into Y. C into E dash upon I into Y. So you can see C into E dash is nothing but movement M by I into Y. Are you getting my point? So this is nothing but M. C into E dash is nothing but M by I into Y. Understood? So this is the final equation by using strength concept to get the stresses in pre-stressed concrete section. Okay. So let us solve the problem for the better understanding of the equation. You can actually get through if you solve the problems. Okay. So now we will solve the problems here. Okay. So I'll just read out the statement of the problem first. Okay. Now here it is given a simply supported PSC beam of cross section 300 mm by 500 mm is located with a UDL of 6.4 kN per meter or a span of 6.25 meter. Draw the stress distribution at mid span and at the support if the pre-stressing force of 375 kN is applied when the tendon is eccentric 20 centimeter above the bottom of the beam. Solve by principle of internal resistance concept. Nothing but what? Principle of internal resistance. Principle of internal resistance is nothing but what? The internal strength. Nothing but strength concept. Okay. So we'll look out the given data here now. So B is given 300, depth is 500, L is 6.25 meter, lie load is also given. Okay, then the pre-stressing force is given. So therefore E is what? Okay, so what they were given? The cross section of beam is, which they were given 300 by 500. So this is 300 and 500. Okay, and the tendon is located at a distance of 200 mm from the bottom. So if this is a centroid, so what will be E now? So E will be, what will be E? E is 250 minus 200. Correct na? So E is 50 mm. E is 50 mm. Yes, E is 50 mm. Understood? So area, then you can find out I, BDQ by 12, Z, I by Y, everything. So therefore, you will get the properties like moment of inertia and section modulus. Okay, then we'll calculate the other required data. So that is, next is movement at midspan. So movement of midspan is due to self-weight. We have got the first we have to do the load calculation. So self-weight we got 3.6 kN per meter. So that is BD into density, that is volume into density. Then we got the movement due to self-weight, W L square by 8. Then the movement due to lie load, W L square by 8. So if you add together, you will get M is equal to MD plus ML. So total movement is 48.82 kilonewton meter. So that is by adding movement due to self-weight and movement due to lie load, we got 48.82 kilonewton meter. Then after that, okay, so also it is given as the pre-stressing force P or C, because P is equal to C. We have told that by static, as I told you, by static P should be equal to C. Okay, therefore by the pre-stressing force P or C, it is given as 375 kilonewton. So therefore A is equal to lever arm between C and P. A is nothing but the lever arm between C and P. So here it is nothing but this. The A is nothing but the lever arm between C and P. So that is nothing but M by C. So M is given, C is given. So you can find out what is A. So therefore E dash is equal to A minus E. E dash is equal to A minus E. So we will get E dash is 80.18 mm. So now we have to utilize the final equation. So as I told you, this equation you have to utilize for the calculation of stress distribution. So same is used here, that is C by A, that is for top fiber stress is C by A plus C into A dash is M, I into Y. So that is nothing but Z. Here it is given, Z is equal to, we have calculated. So substitute back here, so we will get the top stress and even bottom stress. So top ke liye you have to use positive, bottom you have to use negative, because bottom is tension, top is compression. So as I told you, okay, this after substituting we will get the top stress and even bottom fiber. So we will get this as 0.01 and the top fiber we got it as, the bottom fiber we got it as 0.1 and the top fiber we got it as 4.9. And ultimately when we will draw the sketch, we will get this, because both are positive, 4.9, 0.1. So if we join, we will get trapezoidal shape. This is the stress distribution in the section. Okay, and even you have to find out the stress distribution and support also. So again the moment carrying capacity will change at support, because the moment is 0. Automatically based on that the lever arm between C and P will change, and so on. There will be a small change in the problem. Okay, that you can do it. So next we will solve one more problem again with respect to the same method. Okay, so here it is given as, I will read out the statement of the problem. A rectangular concrete beam of 100 mm by 250 mm of span 8 meter is pre-stressed by straight cable carrying an effective pre-stress force of 250 kN. The cable is located at an eccentricity of 40 mm S. It supports an imposed load of 1.2 kN per meter. Determine the resultant stress at midspan by using stress concept and strain concept. So here again you have to find out the stress distribution by both the method, and you have to compare whether we will get same result or is there any difference between both the methods. We have to cross check. So by using both the methods you have to find out. Okay, so let us try. So just look out here, which is very important, the given data. So B is 100 mm, D is 250 mm, L is 8 meter, P is given as 250 kN, live load is given. Okay, and the area, moment of inertia, section modulus. Okay, after that E is given 40 mm. It is given in the statement. Okay, then next is self head of the beam. So we will calculate the self head 0.1, 0.25, that is volume into density 0.6. Then MD, WL square by 8, ML, WL square by 8, both will get at midspan. Okay, we are calculating at midspan. After that M by Z, MD by Z, ML by Z. So we will get this. Then the direct stress. So therefore direct stress P by A, P is given, area is given. So you can find out the direct stress. Then due to pre-stressing force PE by Z, because we have to find out by stress concept also. So P by A and P by Z. So we will substitute here P by A as I discussed in the stress concept. P by A when we consider top fiber plus MD by Z plus ML by Z, but here it is minus P by Z. When you come to bottom fiber, this will become negative and this will become positive. Minus MD by Z minus ML by Z, this will become positive. Okay, so by this we got the stresses here 14.24 and 5.76 by using stress concept. So let us try or let us check by using strain concept whether we will get same stress distribution, same answer, or it will differ. So we will calculate. So we have already calculated here. Okay, by using strain concept now. M you have calculated here already. So we will add MD plus ML 4.8 plus 9.6, 14.4 kN per meter. Then A is equal to, as I told you, M by C. So 14.4 is movement divided by C. So we will get the A as 57.6. and the E dash will be A minus E, as I told you. E dash is equal to A minus E, so we get E dash is equal to 17.6 mm. So we'll substitute back in the formula of strain concept. So this is the formula for strain concept. C by A plus for top fiber, C by A plus C E dash by Z, and for bottom fiber C by A minus C E dash by Z. Okay, so C, that is direct stress, P by A you have to do plus C into E dash by Z, and for bottom fiber C by A minus C E dash upon Z. So we'll get this as, these two values will get it 14.23 plus 5.76. So now we'll cross check whether we have got same answer. Yes, we can check here. We have got 14.23 and 5.76, same answer. Whether you follow stress concept, we got 14.24, 5.76, and whether you follow strain concept, we got same answer, 14.23, 5.76. So this is the main, the important thing what you have to understood. We follow any method, you are getting same answer, means what? Ultimately, whatever the forces acting on the member or whatever the load acting on the member, it has to resisted by the internal resistance of the cross section. Like internal resistance is nothing but the force offered by concrete and the force offered by steel. Those together has to resist the external load. Okay, understood? Okay, thank you.